quick word for y'all. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy Freedom Day. I know that it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Controversial, I guess you could say. Right now is a very hard time for a lot of people because of Black Lives Matter and the protesting that's been happening, because of even our military being treated poorly at this point, and it being very visual for us. There's a lot of things happening in the world right now. There's a lot of people focused on as far as COVID and whatnot. We don't exactly feel free when we're locked up in our houses. With our money situation, there's so much going on right now. It seems very chaotic. It doesn't feel always like a time of freedom. But I just wanted to come to you for a few reasons. One is I still have people like DMing me with their PayPal and Cash App information. Y'all, this is literally the last of it for me. I have no money coming in. I won't have any money coming in unless we get a stimulus check. And I have a broken down car to fix, and health issues, and I have a list of issues too, y'all. I feel like so many of you guys are missing the point. And so I wanted to just do a little lesson, because some of you guys have been saying that you're getting a lot from what I've been preaching, I guess you could say, in regards to Jesus, in regards to the mindset that you're supposed to have, in regards to a lot of things of the word that has been misinterpreted. And you need to understand, first and foremost, if you're in a bad situation right now, like you don't have money, you're not going to get it begging for it. You're not going to get it through these giveaways. Most of these giveaway people are scams. You got lucky when you found your girl, because I actually care about you guys. They are going to pretend and manipulate you to act like they care, but a lot of them are going to scam you. I know, because I've been scammed by many of them, and I had to learn the hard way that there's not good people out there. That's why I put myself out there. I did meet one guy, Spy Legit or Spy something, and he's got a little cat picture. I'm so sorry if you're watching this, but he's a legit guy. He actually blessed me. But I gave all that away too. And I did it because I wanted to show y'all in action an example of what faith looks like in the midst of your gunk, in the midst of not having, in the midst. I mean, it would be like some of you single parents having only this for you and your baby, and then instead of feeding y'all, you went and gave it to someone else. That's legitimately what it would be like, because you had faith that if you planted it in someone else and you gave this to somebody else, then God would multiply it back to you. And I still have faith. Please don't hear me wrong. Something miraculous can happen any day, and I hold God to that word. But what I wanted to speak to you guys today, being Freedom Day, is a verse came to me. Spirit of the Lord, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. That was the verse. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And it's so true. And it goes back again to that mindset. That mindset that says, I am abundant. I am free. And see, what does abundance really mean to you? It means freedom, doesn't it? It means being free from debt, free from having to stress or anxiety or fear, free in that capacity. But then I went back and I thought about a man by the name of Moses. Some of y'all know him. Who he said, let my people go, Pharaoh. And I don't know if you guys really know the time period back then, but Babylon wasn't just a moment of captivity. Excuse me, I'm always burping on this channel, I apologize. But it was also a signal or a sign or a metaphor, I guess you could say, for the captivity, but also for lack, for poverty, for not delusion, what's the word I'm looking for? Just the whole idea of devastation and lack and poverty and captivity and bondage. It was that whole idea of that. And that kind of idea on this day is exactly what we're trying to speak against. Let my people go. And who are your people? Like, I was really, really like thinking about this. And for me, like, I have a huge heart. What are you passionate about? Because that might be a huge sign of what God's trying to call you to, and who God's trying to speak to you about and have you to go out and touch. Because I gave you a word previously, and that word talked about how God was more upset than any of the disrespect that happened with Sodom and the idea of going against people. But he was upset about that because they went against their authority in him. You see, when Christ Jesus died on the cross, he coated us with his righteousness. That righteousness isn't just about purity. That righteousness is about authority. And that authority gives you the right to go and do those works that he talked about in Luke. How he gave a part of his spirit, his holy presence, to be in you, to go plant seeds and to be and harvest fruit from those seeds and to be the light of Christ, really. And when you're not taking that authority seriously, when you're squandering it, when you're in the state of lack and saying, I need, please, I'm desperate, and you're begging, he hated it. He absolutely hated it. He found person after person, healed them, and I think there was a time in the Bible where he's just like, where's your faith? He constantly would say, where is your faith? Ye of little faith. And then he had this moment with the people, the disciples in the boat, and he was just like, do you know, I thought you knew who I was. I thought you knew. And the storm is happening, and everything in their eyesight is saying to fear. But in their hearts, they should have known better. In their mindsets, they should have known better. The peace of God was with them. And so the more that you keep getting into this place of lack, see, I keep this 20 around because I need to know I have it still, that there's more to come. But when you don't have it, it's way harder. It's harder to do it when you can't see it and touch it and feel the energy of it. When you don't have it, I get it, because you've gone down this place and you're in this abyss, and you really have to break away and say, let my people go. Let me go. Pharaoh, who do you think you are? I have the righteousness of Christ. So Christ's authority is coming on me right now, and I know who he is. And if this is truly who God is, then what can stand against me, because I belong to him? I am his beloved. You have to get that kind of mindset back. He says that if he takes care of the birds of the air, even more so, he will take and provide for you, physically provide for you. You're not going to have to go grasping at tree roots. He's just going to give it to you. He's going to put it there for you. He will find a way. You got to get this right first before you go for this. Don't take action until your spirit is correct, because those actions will lead you into a further abyss. They will continue to lead you down. They will continue to bring you even further. You got to get this right. Until this is right, be still and know he's God. Be still and know that he is God. And that's why I've had to be still and know that he is God, because frankly, my mind isn't 100% yet. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm not there yet. I'm freaking out a little bit, honestly. I need to see him manifest this back to me, honestly. I mean, I'm just being frank with y'all. I get it. I do get it. But I also get that if you don't get this right, it's not going to get better. It's up to you. And you hold all authority in Christ, and you were set free by his Spirit. If you will let his Spirit saturate you, get in his word, decree it, declare it, prophesy over yourself. Because every single time that you go out and you speak to other people and you say, I need this, I don't have this, this is what I'm dealing with, you're building up that anxiety, you're building up that fear, you're bringing that energy, you are manifesting that energy back to yourself, and you're not going to have it. You're just not. You're going to continue to struggle until you get this right. Until you get this right. Until you understand who you are. Until you start decreeing, declaring, and actually believing. Until you Feel it. Feel him. I get so frustrated because I see all these posts after I just put a seed in you, after I just prayed with you, after I just decreed and declared some greatness over your life. You should be able to just be in peace. Peace, be still, and know that he's got you. And know he has you. It doesn't feel like it right now. Oh, you went another day without food? Been there. You're going to go another day without food until you get this right. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about you starving physically. He cares more about the fact that you are starving spiritually. And you will keep starving physically until you grab for the food spiritually. I hope who has ears will hear that. If you don't grab for the spiritual food first, you're going to keep starving. That seed is going to keep of the bad wolf is going to be continue to be watered. You want the good wolf watered. Break it. Change it. It's up to you. It's up to you. So he who the Son sets free is free indeed. I ask that you would receive the Son to be set free. I ask that you would start speaking life over yourself. I ask that you would get your mind right and your heart right. I ask that your actions would show that. Because when I see you on Twitter asking for these giveaways and coming to my DMs, when this is what I have, y'all, this is it. This is all I will have until something else happens. I'm there with y'all. So I am doing the nonprofit thing. I'm hoping to start donations. My Cash App is on my Twitter as well as my PayPal if you would like to donate to the cause. If you want to buy worldwide, again, my bonfire.com/store/becoming is available for that, and I will start to donate some of those proceeds as well. But until I get that ramped up, and it has to be ramped up big time, y'all, I'm talking hundreds of dollars because I just went through over 1,000. I only have the word for you, and I pray it's enough because it should be enough because he is the God above all, the one who gives us all. He is the provider. So I pray that you guys have a wonderful 4th of July. I am going to go try to soak some sun up and maybe get a new bathing suit and have some grill time. My mama's not feeling too hot, so I'm probably going to be there for her as well. I'm hanging with the fams. And just enjoy the day. Be blessed. Speak blessings. Be grateful. Know who you are. God bless y'all.